Right, okay. I'm going to do a video regarding some of the gear that I've made in the past. None of this is for sale, it's in my own collection. I do not build any more stuff. I will be building more stuff, but only for myself and maybe for a friend or two. But they will not be sold on eBay, eBid, or anywhere else. If someone wants one made, then I may consider making it, but it's going to cost you for the parts and the labour. But I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I'll have to think about it. Anyway, this is one of my first little devices that I made. This is a static detector, and it's also got a little built-in flashlight. Now, I don't think the static detector is going to work because I think the LED's blown on this one. But a static detector is usually something that, when static energy manipulates your antenna, it lights up. This doesn't have a sound chip in it. It just lights up. So, you've got to be like watching it to see if it actually gets activated. And as I say, a static charge of electricity does set it off. I used to test it out with a comb and comb my hair and then wave the comb across the actual aerial, and it did work. So I did make a few of these. I made this one. This is another one which I made. Again, some of these ain't going to work, so I just don't have the batteries for them. I did have some these batteries, but where they are, I do not know what I've done with them. There should be one of these somewhere. I had a whole 3 packets of button batteries. Now I can't find them at all. Let me just quickly have a look in the straw. Sometimes I dump them up in here. I only fucking found them the other day, and I've gone lost them again. See what I mean? I'm always losing my stuff. I had an envelope with about another 3 packets in there, but I can't find them. Right, so anyway, let's say these little static detectors. That's a static detector, and as I say, I can't test them out because I don't have any batteries. I know that one did work a few weeks ago because I dug it out and tried it and it did work. But I think the LED's blown on it, so I've got to change the LED. I did do some modifications earlier today actually. So that's static detectors. This is also a static detector, but this one runs off a 9-volt battery. And I won't be surprised. Oh, hang on, it just went off. So that is a 9-volt one. I don't know, I ain't got cone. But it normally sets off, with static charge. Sometimes the phone might do it. Because you've got a positive and a negative one. And I was able to build both of them, positive and negative. So a positive charge will set it off and a negative charge will set it off. And I don't know if that's a positive one or a negative one. So many other ones, I think they might be negative charges, but I can't remember. So static detectors was the first thing I started making. Then I moved on to building EM pumps. And I did make several different types of EM pumps, but I've only got the basic one and one with a temperature thermometer built into it. Some of them had a power kind of volume control so I could turn the motor down, up and down. So it would give off like different levels of EMF. So that's what I've done with some of the EM pumps. This is one of the basic ones. If I get a K2 meter, that'll set off the K2 meter like crazy. And what this does, it's apparently supposed to give off EMF, such a electronic magnetic field, an energy form that spirits are meant to be able to manipulate and use. It's a bit like us when we give off, energy. We always give off energy. Even electrical outlets give off energy. This is run off a 2 AA batteries. It's got a motor in there, and what it's doing, it's spinning the motor with a magnet, and as the motor's spinning constantly with the magnet's spinning, and it's generating a magnetic energy. Some people always said it don't work, some people slag me off about it, and some people said don't worry about it. Then people, they don't know what they're talking about. But that was one of the first type ones I made. And there's another one there. I'm not going to start looking for batteries. So that's 2 basic ones. This is another one I made with a thermometer on. Now the battery is really weak on here, and I think the motor may have got stuck, so I can't hear nothing running there. So I've got a lot of work to actually start sitting down and messing around. I went through a couple of boxes and my drawers today, pulling out all different kinds of electronics, things I've made, things that I was in the process of making, some things that I tried making and just lost interest, and some things that didn't work well after building them. There's so many things that I found today, wow, I would have got it all done a bit earlier, but bloody doctors rang up, wanted to talk about my asthma. So I was on the phone for about 20 minutes talking to this bloody nurse. But I did do some upgrades, which I'll talk about in a little while. I didn't do any kind of upgrades with the EM pumps because I can't be bothered with EM pumps at the moment. Reason being because I don't have any magnets. I need to buy some more of these magnets. So I do want to make some more EM pumps actually. I did have one. I know Living Dead's got one, Paranormal Form Bars, which is a bigger box, and it's got the on-off switch, then it's got a controller to control the actual motor, and it's got an LDC screen on it, which is a multifunction LED. What it does, you can set the clock on it, so you can always find out what the time is during the daytime, and you can jot down what time you turn on the EM pump. It's got the clock, it's got a thermometer on there as well. It's got a long antenna, so different parts of the room can change different temperatures. So it had a temperature gauge in there, and it also had a LED saying how fast the actual EM pump was running at the time. So Living Dead Paranormal had practically a load of gear for me free, and I mean free. I didn't charge them a penny, not even postage, because I like the group and I wanted them to try and use my equipment on their adventures, their paranormal ghost hunting videos. Oh, it's the cat. Oh, what the hell that was behind me then. Yeah, they had a lot of stuff off me, ghost boxes, a multi-box, EM pumps. I just can't remember what kind of stuff I sent them, but I sent them a lot of stuff, including 2 ghost boxes. And I'll show you the ghost box I actually sent them in a little while. So this is just like a standard EM pump, similar to the ones I just showed you, but it's got like a temperature thing in it. Let me try these batteries. It's not going to make much difference anyway, if it works. No, it's not the batteries. That one's just worked. So it looks like the EM pump on this one is malfunctioned. So that's another one I've got to rig out. Oh, no, it's working. Well, no, I've got like a little blue LED light on there. It's not white, it's actually blue. Can't remember what I put that in there for actually. It's actually gone off now. I think it's like a built-in static detector, but it can't be because I've got no antenna. I don't know what it was. It might be an EMF light, whatever. I don't know. This is and if you've got headphones in, I would advise you to turn the volume down because this is a motion sensor. And what it does, turn that on. That should go off in a minute. I think it's about 30 seconds. There we go. So that's now turned itself off. And if I put my hand near it, it doesn't go. Oh, there we go. So it's like picking up motion because my hand wasn't close enough. So that's what that does. It's a motion sensor. And what it does, it just shines a laser light. I was trying to get it so it had like, you know, the big multi kind of like starlight thing on it, but when I put it in there and I'd already glued it up, I thought, ah, sorry, I'll just leave it as it is. But I wanted to put like one of those multi lights in. Right, these are just little SAF boxes. And what a SAF box is: 1, 2, 3. It's a 3-in-1 box, and if you vibration, and not only that, if you get a cold spot near it, so a strong kind of like wind or gust of air, or a very strong cold spot, which we believe, you know, like spirits are able to do, that will set it off as well. It's called a SAF box, sound, air, vibration. It's a 3-in-1 box that I created myself. Didn't get no ideas from Amazon. Not, oh God, I can't talk now. I didn't get no ideas from YouTube or Google. I bought a load of components, which I've got a load of components still laying around, and I thought, I wonder what I can do with this. Now, what it mainly should have done when I got it, it's just like a touch sensor. But I decided to change the actual sensor to a microphone, and I added the flashlight. The speaker was like a really weak speaker, so you know I put a better speaker in, and it works quite well. And it's, you know, the microphone, which is a very good quality of microphone as well. So that's that one. I've got a couple more, but they've suddenly gone again 40 on me. So that one don't work. So that's another one I've got to sort out. And there's a bigger one. And I think this one doesn't work. Yeah, it don't work because the battery thing broke on it. So I've got to take this off and replace the battery connector. But it's the same thing. The same as the one that I just showed you, just in a bigger box. And I put a flashlight on it as well, but you can't use both at the same time. You know, if you're in the dark, flick over to use the flashlight. Once you're in the location, flick it over, put it down, and any kind of movement, sound, cold spots, you should shut it off. So that's the bigger version of that one. This, I was going to demonstrate this, but I can't because, would you believe, I need a power supply for my plasma ball. I think it still works anyway. Can't remember what that bit does, but if what this is an ion detector, and if you watched Dave's video earlier, it'll explain it in more better depth than I can. Dave has just done a video on my multi-box that he had of me a few years back. Ion is like a charged electricity, negative electricity. Like if a thunderstorm came over and this detected it, the lights will go off. If there's any other form of like negative energy around, you know, spiritual negative entity, it's possible that could go off as well. I've not had any response on my one. I've never really bothered using my one, to be honest with you. But on Dave's multi-box, he's actually got one, and he states that, you know, his one did go off a couple of times on a residential investigation. So the ion detector box, I only made three. This one, the circuitry went into the multi-box that Dave had, and then the circuitry also went into the 7-in-1 box that Living Dead Paranormal had. I don't recall making any more. Because really there ain't no way of testing them unless you've got a plasma ball. Let's say I've got a plasma ball, but it's not battery operated, it's power. And I don't know what I've done with the power cable. Unless this might work. But this is supposed to be 5-volt and I could blow it. I don't want to be buying a new one. Oh, there we go. There we go. The white LED's just barely working. What I want to do with this one is find the board and see if I've still got some more boards. And I want to put like a buzzer. So this actually detects the form of energy that, you know, like a plasma ball gives. And I don't really know what kind of energy it gives actually. As I say, it's more like the energy that a thunderstorm gives. See, the higher the energy, more lights it lights up. So if you was like, you know, there for instance, ooh, so there, you know, you can see how far that is. If I bring it further, now it's like 2 lights and 3 lights and 4. And you see how far that is. That's probably about 2 feet. But I still can't remember what that is. The LED up there There should have been the power button or the on LED for this. So, you know, that LED needs to be changed as well. So that is the ion detector. Right, this is my DC box. I normally used to make the smaller versions. And I don't even know when my smaller one is actually. But anyway, this is the DC box. But what I've done, I made it into a multi-DC box, so it's two. But I can just have one if I want. I need to change the buzzers in here as well. No, I'm not sure if the plasma ball will set it off. I'm trying it. No, see? And the other one. So I could have like that over here. I don't think it's that simple. So I could ask, like, you know, if a spirit was coming through, I could say, like, you know, if the spirit's here, can you set that one off to the right? And it has happened, you know, they have come through and set the right one off. Then I said, can you stop? Can you make the left one go off? And they've done that. I'm not sure what video it was on, but it was on a couple of my videos where that was going completely, you know, crazy. This is one of the other boxes that I put a DC box in, and it's also got a built-in static detector. But I think the LED's gone on that one as well. So that is the same as that, just a standard single box. And I need to get the LED and bring the LED out again. But that's just a standard box one. A bit like the REM pods, you know, kind of thing. It is actually near enough the same kind of thing. There's a REM pod. So my one's very sensitive because the antenna broke. So really that's the same kind of thing. But this one you've got to touch. You've actually got to touch it to set that one off. Because I say the antenna broke on that one. Right, next one is the power sensor. It's actually got a built-in static detector as well. But that's you see the light just dimming slightly. Because I've got so much stuff in here, it's causing that to go off constantly. Right, so what it does, it's generating its own EMF field, and the static detector will go off with anything like static charge will set it off. I've turned it off at the moment. But the sensor, it's more like a shadow. Like if something actually goes in front of that sensor there, it sets it off. Now if I move away, there it goes. So what's happening? It's kind of in one way generating its own kind of barrier around these sensors, and once the barrier's broken, that's when it starts going off. Now, I've made a few of these. Living Dead had one. Well, actually, they had two. And Dave Dimlow had one as well. And he's actually done a video on this. He's actually used that on investigations. With the DC boxes, when I first made them, I made two. And I had them for 2 weeks and nothing was happening. You know, nothing was setting them off at all, apart from me when I went in the antenna. And I couldn't work it out. And I put a video up, and Dave said to me, "Oh, I have one of those." I said, "Dave, I don't even know they work, mate." He goes, "Look, I still have one because that's what we're here for. You know, we buy equipment to test it. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't." So he actually had one. And the day it arrived, he went out and done an investigation, and would you believe the damn thing went crazy on him? And when I saw the video, I was like, what the fuck? I said, how the hell did that go off? He goes, well, I just explained what to do. You need to explain to the spirits how to operate the equipment. So you don't tell them how to use it, they're not going to set them off, are they? You know, like with the REM pods, you go and buy a REM pod and stick it, turn it on, you know, turn it on, stick it there. Spirit might not even know how to use it, and you ain't going to get activity on it. So every time you watch a video now, you know, people say, look, you know, come towards the antenna, it's generating its own EMF, and if you break that EMF beam, then you light up the lights and the sound. Don't be afraid of it. So that's what I've done after I saw Dave's, and you know, Dave told me just to explain to them, and after explaining, a couple of days later, mine would not shut the fuck up. So they do work, and people have been building these. You know, there's other people building them on and sell them on eBay for about, well, 70, 80, 90 pounds. You know, it is a cheaper form of, like, you know, it is a cheaper form of a REM pod, because REM pod's like nearly 200 quid now. So, you know, if you think about, you know, carrying around one of these, and you can carry one like that, or a lot of people are doing them in small boxes like this, it's going to be a lot more easier to carry one of these in your back pocket than lugging one of these around and putting it in your backpack and accidentally breaking the antenna, which I did. So that's a power sensor. It's similar to a car reversing kit, because when a car reverses, it sets off the alarm to let him know that, you know, he's too close to the wall, because the sensors are actually picking up the actual wall itself. You know, it's hard to explain, but this is similar to like a car reverse car parking sensor. You know, I've made a few. I say Dave had one, Living Dead had one. Well, actually, they had two. If you look at the Randolph Infirmary video on their channel, they had one of these on a chair in the hallway, turned on. They said, "What way do you want us to go?" And it started flashing right. So they went down, picked it up, turned it off, walked further down to the end of the hallway, put the chair down, turned it on, and they asked, "What way do you want us to go again?" And it went off again. That went off several times on several different hallways. And it actually led him into a room which weren't, there weren't no other hallways. It's just like one empty room and windows, and outside the window was a cemetery. I think it's a Randolph Asylum video. They used this. They've actually used it on a lot of videos actually, but the Randolph Asylum one was a lot better. So I had a lot of activity on this, and even when I went nowhere near it, kind of thing, those in a different part of the hospital, they said, "Hey, can you tell us where we are? We're lost." And as I said that, you could hear the alarm going off from the power sensor, and it was probably about 1,000 feet away, but you could still hear it. So that's the power sensor. Now I used to like different ones. I used to had that one with the sensor that side, and I made this one with the sensors on the front side. I made one which didn't have this. It had like the rogue LEDs. Where that's gone, I don't know. I've got to sort all that out and try to find some of the gear, because there is still a lot missing, which I do not know where the hell it is. But this one, it's got 2 power connectors, because this, I had a request from Living Dead Paranormal asking if I could build another one, so I liked it so much, but have it so that a laser grid was attached to it. And I was able to do it. It took a while to figure out, but I was able to do it. The laser grid had to use its own power supply, like so. And what I've done is I bought cable out, and I've done it so you've got like a snap cable for the power. So they could use, just use the laser on its own if they wanted to. But what they did do on one of their investigations, can't remember what it was, quite a way, long time ago. They had the power sensor and the laser grid turned on at the same time, and the actual laser was activated by this, and they see a shadow walking across on the actual laser. Can't remember what video that was, because I want to watch that one again, but what one it was, I can't tell you because I don't know. But they've had their ones for about 4 years, I think, something like that. So they had like a basic one, like so. Then I had another one with a laser grid which was attached to it. I could still use it as a basic power sensor, or they could use it as like a power sensor and a laser grid. Or they could just take the laser grid off and use the laser grid by itself, because the laser grid was in like something like one of these boxes, and you had the laser coming out, you had the on or off switch, and you had the power cable coming out, and it was attached kind of like that. So when the laser was activated, or when that was activated, it lit the laser up. See, this is one of the basic DC boxes. Just like with this one, you can actually play a tune on it. But the antenna's broken off, so I need to replace the antenna. And I've taken the chips out, so I wanted to use the chips for something else. So this one don't work, but hopefully I might get that one working again. See, that's what the laser thing was like. This ain't the one, but it's similar. You had the laser in the actual box itself. You had the cable coming out the back, and that would connect to that like so, and then the battery pack would be connected on the back of this with like a Velcro, so I could actually take the power pack off. And the good thing was that I put a long cable on it, so they could actually move the laser grid around the actual room they was in. So like, let's say that was on the table, they could actually have the laser grid on the other side of the room, behind it, in front of it, or whatever, because the cable I gave them was a bloody long cable. Before I get onto the radios, this is one of my little gadgets I made. The old Xbox Connect doobie. The actual thing broke, so I've got to put a new one on. I have actually got the new one over there, but I've not had time to put it on. Well, I've just been too lazy to do it. And the power, the cable, the power cable, I've cut off the normal power plug, and it runs off one of these big, large AAAs, which is like 10 AAAs, I think it is, or AA's. So I have used this a few times in here, and I have had a few hits. But we can never guarantee the hits that we get on now are, anomalies, or if it's just like a bug. It's actually Xbox Connect. Right, ghost boxes. No, I'm not getting at me Sandium, because I'm not sure where I put that. K2s I've had, I didn't make them, but I've actually have modified a couple in the past, especially my Frankenstein K2 meter, which I still got, but some of the things that he done no longer does it anymore. Right, ghost boxes, although they're not, my own builds, I've been able to hack these, and Living Dead Paranormal have now got 2 of these. And I'll tell you, man, it don't matter what one they take out, they get fucking crazy results on them. Not me, crazy ass results. Because I've been doing a lot of like chasing evil, murder mysteries kind of thing. Well, it's like unsolved cases where people gone missing, presumably to be dead, and they've gone to try and speak to the spirit of the person who's gone missing, and try to find where their body is. And if they don't find the body, they found bones, which they've had to contact the police, and sometimes it's like either human or animal. And they give the authorities all the data, including like the ghost box recordings and stuff like that. And every time they go to some, location, let's say there's one called Angela. If they say, Angela, say your name, Ghostbox won't stop saying Angela. Where are you, Angela? And they tell you where, they're trying to tell them where they are roughly, but they can't find them. Because, like, if they've been missing for like 6 years, their bones are probably just like, the flesh is gone anyway. It's just bones, and bones can be scattered around by wild animals. So, these are really good ghost boxes. Can't get them anymore. They're like, so rare. Even if you found one, you'll be lucky to get it. But I've given 2 of these to Living Dead Paranormal. I did hack them myself. I sold a few, and money that I was making on them, which wasn't a lot, was going towards getting components to build my other stuff. So the Amiga. This is another one I was mucking around with, but I screwed it up. But we all know what a K2 meter does. It's just an EMF device, and that spirits able to manipulate. And we all know, well, these are another radio that I hacked in the past. I think I was only able to get 5 of these, and 2 I gave away. 1 I sold, and I still got 2. One of them, it doesn't work. One of the cables have come off, and I can't find where the cable goes. But I think this is the one that actually works. It's actually scanning. Have a quick this one. So it is working, this one. So I could have got the wrong one out. So I've got more equipment I've built, but I don't know where the hell it is.
Thank you.
The only thing is a little bit crackly, which I don't like, you know. So that's a Murphy Richards, the R184. But I'll try looking for more. And again, just like the Amiga, once they've gone, they've gone. You know, you can't find them anywhere. They're so fucking rare to find them. Yeah, you might find one within the next 5 years or something, you know, or a factory, you know, a warehouse might have a bulk load somewhere, and I didn't realise they were there, and suddenly might stick them on eBay or Amazon or somewhere, and you might be able to get one or two. But I've been trying to get this and some more of these for 4 years, and I've not found any more. Now the other one, as you know, is this one. We all know this one. This is the one I've hacked myself. Although there are other people that's hacked them. It's a guy who sells these on eBay for like 25 quid plus postage. So you're talking about 30 quid for the one of these. No batteries. I'll make sure we put the batteries in the right way. So that's that one. Turn it on. I've got a switch on, because when you actually do this, when you press the switch, the front switch, and you press the up or down scan, you can't stop it unless you press the volume and switch, the middle switch. Then it'll stop it, but it'll stay on all the time. So I found a way of putting the switch on, and that actually cut the power completely. So you know you're saving your battery. Otherwise, if you didn't put the switch on, you'd be running your battery down all the time. No, they are black in a state. Now the thing is, you've got to use an external speaker, because this does not have a speaker in it. Just like the Amiga, that does not have a speaker in it. It's a fucking good radio if you ever get one. If you ever get one, I'll tell you how to hack it. Actually, I've got a video up on my website on how to hack it, I think. So that's the right. Now the other day we were using the coop box, and I said to you, right, I want to find a way of cutting that static down like it's got on this one. Now I've done some upgrades today. This did not have the static switch on it. It now does. Let's get the key. Let's turn it on, because I can't. Elvis. I was just thinking about him. Why was I thinking of him when suddenly Elvis comes on? Right, that's actually scanning now. See that static?
Breathing.
We had that on here constantly the other night. Now, flick that switch. It cuts the static out at least 90%. So this now has a switch on it that stops that horrible, crappy static. So what I'm going to do is turn it off a minute. I'm going to turn it onto a station where it's just nothing near. Right. See the reduce. It had a lot of reduce. Reduce it a lot, and I mean it does reduce it a lot. So I was happy to do that one. Now, you know, I've got the other one which has the hiss on it, but remember I said to you that I cannot put this on my amp, so it doesn't have the external cable. It does now. It does now. So if I put it on, and turn it right down, see? So that has now got the external cable, so I can run that through the amp. And not only that one, this one's got it as well. And I also put the static thing on it. Now I don't need a key for this one. This one was a bit more harder to do. That's the DC box.
This summer at Curry's PC World, how do we control coronavirus now? This is Scott. He's a nurse. See, it's got a little Ferrari.
And I've also put the static switch on that as well. So the difference. Turn it off a minute. Back on.
Hey Evan, I asked the Horizon Tech team to update Anna. Anna can now pin brick challenges for you. Go on.
I've realised with this one though, it doesn't scan as many stations and as the Cookbox ones do for some reason. So the crystal box has now got the cut down static and also the cable, so I can run it through the amp. So let's quickly just try the amp for a second with my one.
We've still got to play our part.
Stay alert.
We want it rate of infliction. Counterterrorism detected. Suspicion of involvement. It's London. It's went up.
So it works. It does work. But as I say, this one for some reason doesn't pick up as many stations for the spirits to use, you know, the broken up stations for some reason. But it does work, you know, it's picking up some stations. And the coop box, as we know, does work. I want to check with the switch. Yeah, it's coming through the amp.
What unit is?
So I can't remember what one it was. I think it might have been the coop box. I could find the actual right connector to load the static down. I know to get it to that final way of cutting it down a little bit, but I couldn't find the way it was done on that one. But I was able to do it on my one. I think the actual radio board's slightly different, so that's probably the reason why. But I did find a way of actually cutting that one down about halfway anyway. And that's it. So check out Dave's channel because he has done a couple of reviews on the multi-box that I made him. And if you check out Living Dead Paranormal, the Foreman Brothers, you'll also see them using some of my equipment and mostly the ghost box. I know they do use one or two other ghost boxes, but they use my one, you know, at least 90% of the time because it's always giving them good results. But yeah, I thought I'd do that little video showing you some of the gear. As I say, I have got more, but where the hell it is, I don't know. You know, I just don't know where the hell that stuff is. So I've got two EM pumps with like digital displays. One of them's got like a broken front case, which I need to replace. And the other one is the switch to the on and off needs replacing on the other one. So I do like these. These are pretty cool. Oh, these are quite easy to make. This one around. That's it. 1, 2, 3. So like a cold spell blowing it from here. So, you know, a nice cold breeze will set that off. I'm going to make some more of these. I've got to try and repair the other ones first though. That one. That one. So these two I need to repair. Oh, there is one more thing that I want to show you. This is a little idea I thought about, and I was able to make it like a touch sensor. Now it don't work now. No, you can try changing the batteries over, and it don't seem to want to work. So I sent this up to, I think Dave, I can't remember if it's Dave or someone else, and they weren't really too interested in it, I don't think, at the time. So I asked them to send it back, so I wanted to try to make a couple more. And what it was, it's just a little box, and it could even be the battery component that's gone on it. But what the idea on this one was that it had good, bad, yes, no. Now, if spirit is, you know, strong enough to shut a door or move things or throw things around, I thought, well, wouldn't it be good if they was able to push buttons? So I've done this, and I did test it out when it was working, and it did work. Now, it's got no, yes, good, bad. So it's more like doing an opening with a spirit saying, hey, you know, it's a spirit there. And if there was, we'd have to like press the yes. Are you here to harm me? Yes or no? And then I'll go yes or no kind of thing. And if I answer it's whether good or bad spirit, it'll either say good or bad. And every time I push the button, the LED would light up. It's a bit like, you know, a very simple kind of like Simon Simple game, you know. Simon says, you know, press that button. This is my off take of it. And you know, there's not a lot in there, but there's a hell of a lot of wiring in it, yeah. So why this ain't working, I don't know, but it could just be like the power cable that's fallen off. Sometimes my soldering ain't that brilliant. But yeah, I thought I'd make this, and I'm sure I sent it up to Dave, you know, as a freebie. And I said, can you send it back? So I want to try to make it better or make some more, and I couldn't remember how to do them. And when I opened the box up, there's so many wires, and I thought, fuck, am I going to do that? No way. Just too many wires in there, man. Probably about 20 wires all crisscrossed and everything, yeah. So I thought, nah, I ain't going to do that. So I didn't bother. And I put it to one side, and when I got it out a while ago to try it, it didn't work. So I thought, fuck it, it ain't working. I'm not going to repair it. But I might give it a go. I might try to repair it again sometime. I've got to repair this. I need to find the chip and see if this works. So I do want to have a couple more of these, but I don't think I've got enough components to build another one. And I've got boards, but I ain't got the IC chips or things like that. But at least that works. We'll see if that one works. And that's the only one in existence on its own. No one else has ever built any that I know of. Yeah, there are different ion detectors out there, but not the way that I built it. Not with the circuit boards that I use. Let's just put this stuff away. You be quiet. Never stop me yelling, you don't. So that is the equipment I've got, you know, which I've made personally myself. There is one other thing which I'll show you. I wasn't going to bother, but this, although it's not really much inside of it now, but this is a UV and IR light, and I had some switches connected to it, but I need the switches. I took the switches off, and I don't think I'll be able to get this working again unless I start from scratch. But you could turn the switch on and you have all these going round, like IR, and then you had like a cross with UV on it. So that's right, a UV IR light I made, and it did work for a little while, but then it stopped. And this is another one which I made. I'll keep getting where I put my batteries. I don't even know if this one works. Yeah, this one works. This one I made myself, an IR, but one of the bulbs have gone on that one, so I need to replace the bulb on that and bring the bulb back out. So that's an IR strobe light that, not a strobe, an IR light that we used to use when we went out ghost hunting over the common. Will you be quiet? You've had your food. Yeah, all the other equipment is just like stuff I've bought, which I'll probably do another video on sometime. The equipment I've got, which I paid for, and you know, things that, you know, cost me a lot of money, like that one for instance, but the screen's broken on it. Took it apart to see if I can find a screen for it, but I couldn't find one. Oh, here's my another version of the power sensor. I don't know if this one works or not. It did used to work, but it stopped working, so I don't think it's going to work anymore. Can't even get the batteries in. I don't know why I've done it. I can't even see the bloody switch to turn it on. Let's get a screwdriver. Yeah, the actual switch on the battery connectors broke. But that's like one of these power sensors. But what I've done, I put IR lights on, and then I've got like UV and IR on this one, so I can use it as like black light and IR light. So I need to repair that one small. Yeah, so much I've got to repair. No, there's this one here, a little touch sensor device. But that one's broke. I've got other gear, so I'll bring that out sometime. Most of it's in one of the drawers, and I've got to like move the amplifier out of the way. Shit. Better open that now. No. Got one of these fucking great big IR lights, which I've never used yet. I'll definitely bring out the other stuff to do another video on that. Some stuff I don't even know how to use it properly. So if I do a video and I say I don't know how to use this, one of you might know. So that DC box, yeah, is also similar to this. And that cost £120, that. No, 150. And when I made mine, I knocked a few out for about 50 quid. Same kind of thing. And this one never calibrates properly either, and it should do. My back's hurting for some reason. But yeah, I've done quite a bit of soldering today. Run out of glue sticks. I've had to order some glue sticks. Yeah, I'm going to definitely try to make some more of these. I've got a couple, as I say, but for some reason I'm not working. So something's come apart on that one, or something's probably blown inside that. So I'm going to kick them out. So it'll remind me tomorrow. So I'm not going to go out anyway tomorrow. It's going to be pissing down the rain, and I don't want to be going out in the fucking rain. I've actually ordered some more glue sticks. I had a box of them somewhere, but can I find them? No, not see. Lost them again. Always losing stuff, I am. But yeah, I'm glad I finished doing these, because I kept wanting to do these, like, you know, put an external cable on so I could run it through the amp. I didn't think I was going to get my what's name to work properly, but lucky I did. My crystal box. Now, I can't remember what this is for. I don't know if it's a tune or if it's one of those sweep generator things. I tried looking on Amazon and eBay, but I couldn't find it. Because I'm actually going to be building another box. I've ordered the sweep board. The echo chamber, I don't know if I'm going to be able to put an echo chamber on, but I'm not worried about it because I can run it through the amp. But it would have been nice to have an echo on at least one ghost box. So yeah, I've ordered a sweep circuit board. You know, that might be a sweep board, I don't know. Well, you got your plus and minus that goes in there, so it might be, might not be. If anyone knows if that is a sweep board, let me know. Because I can't remember if it is or not. Put that in there. There we go. Not that. Antenna. Oh yeah, I wonder if that'll fit on the number. Possibility. So another one I've got is this, but the antenna broke. I found this. Probably stick that in. So it works like that. Possibility. Yeah, that will work. So I did take this at part one time before, and in here it's so glued up where they put the antenna. It'd take a month in Sundays to actually try it out and glue it all. So all I'm going to do is hot glue this on here. Could do that later actually. I've got a glue gun over there, so I could do that later. Put that over there so I won't forget it. Oh, these are fucking gone up in price. These are about 200 odd quid now. Found two of these. Gonna try hacking these, but they don't even turn on. Even with brand new batteries on, they don't turn on. Switch up there, key up there. Close the door. Turn the amp off. Put that over here with the other ones. Alright, so that's it. Showed you the gear that I used to build. Some of it, so I don't know where it is, but if I find it, I'll do another update for the old nose. There's a couple of ream pumps missing. Definitely a couple of ream pumps. I think there was another one of those power sensors that I made, and I can't find that one either. The thing is now, we're not getting stuff from China. Components are going to be fucking all hard to get hold of. Because you're going to be paying for your nose for the right equipment. Lucky when I was building stuff, I went a bit over the top and bought a load of components, like battery components to put batteries on, and resistors and diodes and LEDs and resistors and God knows what else. And if I only wanted 5 resistors, I went and bought out about 100 or so, So I thought, well, if I was to build stuff to help other people and sell to them cheap, which I did do for a short amount of time until people started coming out and reporting me, and I told the job centre that I was building stuff. I even got an email from the guy told me to do a pamphlet for some of my stuff, which I did do, and he was quite impressed with the pamphlet. And he said, I can't see why you can't build them. You're not making a lot of money out of it, you know, not mass manufacturing it, you know, you ain't got a fucking factory, have you, Steve? I said, no. I'll do it. I'll build them until, you know, just don't go too crazy, you know, just make a the odd couple and send them to people who need them. I said, do you think that'd be okay? He said, yeah, you know, I can't see why not. And I still got the emails from where he told me that. You don't work there anymore. You're talking about 5 years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago now. But, you know, I could bring out other stuff as well, which I'm not going to do tonight. I'll do a video on my camera stuff as well. My cameras that I use when I go out doing investigating. You ain't going to find Radio Shacks, man. You know, my Radio Shack that I've got here, done and turned on, I busted it. And it's not the hacked one anyway, because I looked at this one, to the one that someone sent me a link to yesterday. And it ain't in, you know, although it's a ribbon, it's not the same ribbon. So they made about 4 or 5 different versions of this. 2 are hackable, while the others wasn't. I've been working, trying to get this to scan up and down, but I've only been able to scan down at the moment on that one. And when you actually put it through the amp, it played a little bit better, but when you actually play it through the speaker, can't hardly hear the damn thing. I even tried to have a look at fixing this one. I knew the speaker cable came off. And all, you know, like there's cables here that's came apart. So some of these radios just junk. I've only, like that one ain't junk, it still works. Just I've not put it together. I even tried to see if I could hack this little bloody thing. But there's no way of, I can't get it to turn on. Well, I can turn it on, but I can't get it onto the radio. I ain't gonna start on the batteries. But them EM pumps I actually made, and if you check out John's channel, Legacy Paranormal, I actually made an EM pump with one of these, and he's actually got it. I think I only ever made one. I only found these today when I was sorting everything out, going through all the drawers and boxes and cupboards and so yeah, I'm going to definitely try to fix these tomorrow. Although I know one works, I've got to try to fit. I know I've got the components for these, so I can make some more as well. Because I like to have one in the kitchen, one in the living room, and a couple extras when I go and do any like residential investigations again, if that ever happens. And I'll probably give 1 or 2 away as like a little competition prize later on. But that one I just showed you, the SAF box, I put these both, not the box itself, but the circuitry. I put both of those, 2 of these in each of the multi boxes I made. Living Dead has got a multi box, the first one I ever made, and I had like 7 different devices built into one box. It runs off like 2 or 3 9-volt batteries. I think it's 3 9-volt batteries, I'm not sure. That's why I don't use it that much, because it just runs a lot of power down. And Dave had one, and then Dave's actually done a review on the box that he had of me. And it's got like the SAF box, It's got a DC box. It's got the ion detector. It's got a flashlight, and I think that's it. I only made 2 multi boxes. And I thought with that idea, thinking, look, you know, it's so bloody hard to go out on an investigation. You know, you want to hold various different tools. You know, like you'll have an EVP recorder in one hand, ghost box in the other one. All right, you can put stuff on the floor or on the table or something like that, but people like to hold their stuff, you know, kind of thing. So I thought, well, a DC box is like a REM pod. So I put that in there. Ion detector. If you get some kind of form of like negative ion that's being generated, you know, you can use the ion detector. The SAV box, sound, audio, sound, air, and vibration. SAV box. I'll put that in there. With Dave's, I'll put a flashlight on. I think I've done a flashlight with Living Dead Paranormal as well. And I know Dave's used these a few times. And I know Living Dead Paranormal's used theirs a couple of times, but not as much as I thought they would. Thank you for that, Martin. Appreciate that. You've actually, I think, paid yourself, mate, have paid this month's, well, nearly, I say, like over half for StreamYard this month. So thank you very much for that. And also, Michael's been doing a few super stickers. So thank you, Michael. You've also paid towards this month for StreamYard. So this month, I won't have to limit myself on 2 or 3 videos because it's now been paid for. I say, but hang on a minute. So this month I won't. It's practically paid like 85% of StreamYard with Martin's and Michael's stickers and super snap and whatever. I reckon one more donation of £5 will definitely make sure it's been paid for this month. Now, the thing is, this money doesn't come directly to me straight away. It still goes through YouTube, and I still get like 30% discount from the total that I get. So that 30% I've got to put back in. So all I'm saying, like, you know, you've probably paid, you know, about 80%. You still got to take about 30% of that 80% out, I think, to be honest with you. Let me have a look. Hang a minute. Because I know £14 was paid last month, and that actually got cleared off my analytics. So now, let me have a look. Hold on. Let's see what's on there. Monetization, membership. Well, I got like £15, 24 in membership. All right, that's the actual memberships. Because Michael done a membership for, which he did an upgrade on his original one from the $4.99 to the $25.99, and he actually got one of those ghost boxes sent to him, and he got it today. So Michael can prove to you that I'm not bullshitting. If you do a $25.99, I will actually get one of these radios and hack it and send it to you, as long as you live in the UK. If you don't live in the UK, I can't do it, because it costs about 20 quid to send it, you know, just international. Then you would probably have to pay like customs and stuff. So super chats. I've had now this going back from beginning of June, right? So June, £5 there from Michael, £2 now, £3, £1, and that's what is it, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 98, 20, 98, 20, 98, 20, 98, say 22, 23, 24, 24, 29, let's say 29 quid, yeah. Right, £29, £29 in super chats, right? £29. Where is my calculator? Could never fucking find my calculator on here. Canada. Right, 29. Say £29, yeah. I'm just giving it as a rough £29 on super chat this, well, June, July, right? Because I'd already paid out of my own pocket for StreamYard myself, yeah. So the super chats from last month and for this month, £29, minus 30% equals -1. That's wrong. Oh, hang on. Cancel. 29 minus 30%. £20.30. That's what it says. So they've taken £9 out YouTube this for that super chats. And that's how I'll make it anyway. You ain't gonna see this, but use your own calculator. 29 minus 30% equals £20.30. So they take around about £8.30 out. No, they're making enough fucking money on advertising, but they still take it out of us small YouTubers, which I think's like sad. But as I say, when those little pennies build up, don't it? When those little pennies build up, mate. So although there's £20 from last month and this month, still need at least well, I say £5, but if I say £5, they're going to take the 30% of £5. So let's say £7 minus 30% equals £7.20 in donations, minus in the 30% what YouTube take, then that'd actually cover this month's. But you know, I'll put the rest myself, I suppose. But yeah, Michael, as I say, thank you for that. He actually upgraded his membership, the join membership, from $4.99 to $24.99, and he got his radio today, which I sent him. So when I say people get things, I mean they get things. I don't bullshit people. Well, thank you very much for that, Martin. Anyway, yeah. Do you do a lot of ghost hunting yourself? Because what I do, as a thank you, yeah, when I start building some more of those little SAF boxes, I'll send you one. Can't send this one because I need this one myself to actually open it up to find out what components are in there. Because if that one ain't going to work, I'm going to need a working one. And once I start building a few more, I'll be giving them away to the people who have actually helped by sponsoring and supporting the channel through Super Chats. You know, I'm not going to say, you know, like sign up like with the Ghost Box, you know, $25.99 to get a Ghost Box. And I do have this one available. So if someone wants a Ghost Box, it includes the postage, and you get the free membership, of course, for the month. Just make sure that you cancel the membership next month, otherwise you'll be paying $25.99 again, unless you want another Ghost Box. But I'm only going to be doing limited amount of these because people are going to start causing problems otherwise. But the thing is, I'm not making no money on that. Seriously, I'm not making no money on these. Time I buy them, hack them, put the switch in, plus the use of my soldering iron, the cost of solder, electricity costs, and the postage that goes on with this, you know, because the whole thing covers it, you know. There's nothing left over. So I'm practically doing it just for the $25.99. You know, someone say, well, you know, you're only using a little bit of electricity. Well, all electricity counts, don't it? You know, solder. Solder's fucking expensive, especially in the UK, you know. I used to get all mine from China, as I say, a lot of my stuff. But because of the situation with China, you know, a lot of people putting a ban on China importing. We can't get that stuff from China. I ordered some stuff from China just after this shit started, yeah. And I knew I wasn't going to get it. I just had a feeling I wasn't going to get it, but I still ordered it. And 3 weeks later, I got an email saying, sorry, your package returned to us because the situation that's going on, you know, with the COVID stuff and the outgoing export, import, certain countries have put a ban on China. So, you know, your items turned up back to the warehouse and we got refund you. So although China's still got shitload of like companies out there selling stuff, I suppose like there are countries out there that will still get stuff from China, but I tried and I never got it. I got refunded. But, you know, I will give it another go, I suppose. I want to get, you know, I was looking on eBay today actually for some electronic stuff, especially a radio, you know, little cheap radio, so I can hack that. And if I was able to hack that, then I could order some more. But I don't think it's going to happen. I can't remember what I've done that other radio. I showed you it last night, didn't I? You know, I took it apart and I don't think it's possible to hack it. So I broke the case, didn't I, when I took it out. So I could hack that. If I don't hack that one, I'd bought some more and done those ones instead of like these ones. But when I was taking it apart, the damn thing broke on the corner. It's still not being put together properly. Not, you know, it's a nice little loud radio as well. Oh, it's on Z's. Bands on. See, when you scan it, you don't get the static or the stations coming through until it picks one up. No, it's got like a tuning button at the back. when you do it slowly, you can hear the static. And I was trying to find a way to hack it that way instead of through the what's the names, and I couldn't find no mute button or no cable on the back where it says mute. And I've just gone and lost that fucking button again. I've lost the button again. There it is. I was meant to put this back together, but I forgot all about it. Back in the box like that for now. I think I lost the screws with it as well. So that, I don't know if it's hackable. I'll still give it a go, you know, time to time. But I might order another one of these as well. You know, if this one goes, then at least I've got another one. Because this one I'm using myself at the moment. This is my own one. The only thing is, when you put switches in, it kind of like pushes the top out, so you have to do a horrible hot glue on it. You know, the guy who sells it on eBay, you know, like he does make a little bit more of a better job, but he uses like little square switches, which I don't have. And I was going to see if I can order some on eBay, but I could find no English sites that were sending them. And I reckon if I did, it'd probably cost too much money. So I did have some. I don't know what I've done with them. Alright, I'm going to go make a cup of coffee. And what I'll do, I'll stick our ghost box on for a short while. Let's use the Coop Box 16. Now I've got it modified. I bet Steve will be turning over in his bed tonight. He's fucking around with my radios. Well, they are mine now, aren't they? So, you know, we did do our trade, our swaps. So I didn't have to pay for this radio. This radio was a part of a swap I'd done with a load of like electronics and circuitry, and I gave him the idea of putting the DC box in. And he actually like built some of these with DC boxes. Right, so we've got the amps on. Edith. Alright, I'm going to make a coffee. Back in a minute.
Made event. It's fine. Fine. I'm the big comedian. Can't read today. I need your history. For life. This. This is more. And on the TV. No. Officer. That's it. Something. It was something. So great. So look. Right. Back to limit. You. Putting. Cool. Thanks. Right. They're really good.
I don't.
Bring a towel.
Why is that?
No. Pause.
Hey, baby.
Stop it, cat. Fucking hell. Stop running around like an arse, Watch that cat, yeah. Fucking cat's been a pain in the arse. Yeah, so thanks for that, Martin. Yeah, every little counts. I was watching Proving Demons last night for a little while. He's been on YouTube less time than I've been on. You know, I've been on a lot longer than him, but he's got a lot more viewers. You know, he's more kind of like more known, I suppose, to the paranormal unity than I am. All I've been on at 8 years. You know, and I've had people help me out. You know, in the past. You know, donating towards a new computer, a camera. You know, one of the little EE cameras, which I still got, and a few other little bits and pieces. But I was watching Proving Demons last night, and within seconds, you had like 2 people donating £100. Then there's other ones that are doing £50. I thought, fucking hell, jammy bugger. It depends on, you know, who wants to come to your channel and who's willing to help out. And, you know, it doesn't matter how much you give, it still counts, mate. So thank you. Nope, pushing the wrong fucking button there. And saying to Michael, you know, even when Michael does a 99 or £1 or £2 or $4.99, though, it still counts. It helps, you know, towards the channel. Helps to pay for the StreamYard each month. And I'm paying like, I think it's £25 StreamYard each month. Because that way I can do more streams. Because I can screen share a lot more that way. You can't do that on YouTube anymore. You know, even though they've still got Hangouts, you can't screen share. So I tried it the other week. There's like a trial.
Medium.
Do it. So reserve.
And anything left over, I'll keep in the account in case I don't get as much next month, and it all builds up for every month.
Ping. 10 general. 10. Action.
Not of coke.
Yes.
I don't know, Dave or anyone to know.
We grace the network. Wheel.
Say set out now. I know.
Oh, stop it. Fight. Understanding. First valve. Engine on top of it. In. Spinning aside.
And face.
Policy.
Thank you.
Free run.
That's a right fucking holiday, isn't it?
Wait.
Harrison saves me if you save on me, not cheap.
John's live on his own channel at the moment, so I don't know.
Oh, Christ. They're just waiting for Kelly and Bottomless.
PCP. Hurry. To New York. Patient. Oh, sorry.
I know a lot of them, come on, man.
Coming up.
Baby boy.
Hola.
How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
No, well, yeah. Wasn't a good mood.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Don't let the sound of your own wheels turn and drive you crazy.
I'm just naked.
Oh, God. But it's amazing when you get somebody who doesn't know their history very well, but they seem to think they do.
Yeah. I watch
All right,
a lot
guys,
and
I'm
listen
closing
a
mine
lot
down
and
because
see
I'm going to nip over to
certain
John's
station
and go on his
about
channel.
channels and
So thanks for
people
coming on,
with
yeah.
opinions, and
Right.
it's all good. Leave them to it. Let them have it.
Yeah, so thanks for coming on. I'm going to nip over to John's channel, go live with him, and I'll catch you all later, yeah. Cheers anyway. Thanks for watching.